we are a friend of Israel, as you know.
Oh, yeah.
I would say that I'm by far the best president that Israel has ever even thought of seeing.
Uh-huh.
Mr. President, I want to first thank you for inviting me again to the White House. You've been a remarkable friend of the State of Israel. You stand by us. You're standing with us. You are Steve Witkoff, who's President Trump's very able representative, helped us get a deal that got 25 out. We're working now on another deal that we hope will succeed. And we're committed to getting all the hostages out, but also eliminating the evil tyranny of Hamas in Gaza, and enabling the people of Gaza to freely make a choice to go wherever they want. I mean, they should have that choice. And the president put forward.
I like how there has been no meaningful shift in how mainstream media has covered the genocide of Palestinian people, even though the accepted solution, the final one, you might say, that Netanyahu and all of his cabinet have proposed are total expulsion from the Gaza Strip. Like, there hasn't been any, like, reconciliation where the media has been like, wait, hold on a second. I thought this was about getting rid of Hamas, and now it's about the total expulsion of the Palestinian people, but we just accept it because obviously that's what he always wanted. And the New York Times always knew that's what he was going for. They knew they were lying to cover for him.
Can't do it anymore. Just can't do it anymore. Can't be the stupid people anymore. And it's all because of we're trying to get the hostages out. We got quite a few of them out, but it's a long process. It shouldn't be that long. We have a big problem that we're
going to be hearing about these hostages until we're dead. I hope you all know that. Like, to the end of our natural lives. We're going to be like 80 years old, and they're still going to be talking about like these mythical remaining hostages. It's like one guy who died 52 years ago or something, but...
The Houthis, we've been very tough and very successful militarily. We've really damaged them badly. These were people shooting down ships and other things, by the way, flying objects like airplanes. And we've put a major hurt on the Houthis, which nobody's been able to do. We've really hit them hard,
Houthis.
And they know it. But we want to get the hostages out. The Israeli people want the hostages out more than anything. They want the hostages out. This man is working very hard with us to do that. I mean, I don't know. I hope he's being appreciated because he's been a great leader. He's working very, very hard on the hostages and many other things. And there are plenty of things you have to work on. It's a tough place in the world, isn't it?
You ever get the feeling that it might be over a little bit? Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how we get out of this one. Like, in a maximalist, retaliation against the United States, glory to Canada, Mark Carney, 1,000-year neoliberal Reich, etc., etc. Like, in a we should be punished divinely for our crimes kind of sense. Like, maybe that happens. It looks like it's going to happen. I don't know how we get out of this one. It might, like, actually be the end of American hegemony, like for real, I know people talk about it a lot. It's just looking at this, it seems like we're kind of like the path that would avoid that future. It's darkening, it's narrowing. I don't know. It's a good thing. Yeah, maybe this was all inevitable. Maybe there were just too many internal contradictions. It could have started at the end of the Cold War. It could have started when Citizens United was passed. It could have decided there were a lot of inflection points that brought us to where we are right now. And maybe changing one or two of them wouldn't have really meaningfully changed things. But we've definitely been rolling down the hill for a while. Change will always happen. There's no eternal empire for a reason. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
But it's the only chance we're going to have to...
Yeah, genuinely. I'm sorry. I know everyone's seen it, but like, yeah, don't we all feel like this right now? Like, what do we... Okay, I'll tell you this much for sure. This is how I feel after the stream ends. Like, I project a lot of confidence on stream because it's a sincere reflection of my personality. But, when you're not talking it out with an audience, when you're just like sitting there and then the stream ends and then you look at like the AP News headline that you were about to close before you, go off and do the rest of your day, and you see like all of this, this is how I feel. I assume this is how you feel when I turn off stream as well. Like, as soon as the glitz and glam of the live stream presentation ends, you just have like this moment where you're like, oh wow, it's actually all coming to an end.
The IDF is fighting to get in the Gaza Strip. I myself might be called up in a month. Do you think that's the way to pressure Hamas to get to a deal? And do you think blocking humanitarian aid is also an effective pressure tactic?
Well, you know how I feel about the Gaza Strip. I think it's an incredible piece of important real estate, and I think it's something that we would be involved in, but you know, having a peace force like the United States there, controlling and owning the Gaza Strip would be a good thing. Because right now...
Dude, he's flip-flopped in this so many times. Remember when he said this before, and then his own administration had to walk it back and say, no, we didn't mean we'd own it. We meant we'd, like, preside over the acquisition or something, and now he's saying we'd own it again? He can't help himself? Mad King shit.
Is the immigration plan still on the agenda?
Which immigration?
From Gaza. From Gaza.
Yeah, free of-
All it is a concept that I had that I think is good, and now people are copying it. You know, maybe you want to tell people are talking about the Trump plan. Gee, why don't we do that? Would you like to answer that question?
I think what the president talked about is, first of all, to give people a choice. You know, Gazans were closed in. And every other place, including in arenas of battle, I mean, whether it's Ukraine or Syria or any other place, people could leave. Gaza was the only place where they locked them in. We didn't lock them in.
I was about to say, I wonder whose fault that was, but I don't. Again, like, can you listen? Okay, I know people in chat are reacting to the things being said here, but like, what am I supposed to do with this shit, man?
Is the United States, under your leadership, ready to take military action to destroy the Iranian nuclear program and remove this threat?
I think if the talks aren't successful with Iran, I think Iran's going to be in great danger, and I hate to say it.
Was October 7th the death blow of the two-state solution, and would you consider classifying the Palestinian Authority as a terrorist organization for its continued papers-like terror financing payments?
So October 7th...
Say yes, man. Just why not? Just say yes. Sure. Just commit to it. Go for it. Why not?
When I was with the 10 hostages a few weeks ago, I said, so how many are there? 59. I said, oh, so 59, so we can get 59. They sort of knew the territory pretty good. And I said, how are they doing? They said, well, only 24 are living, the rest are dead. And these are young people largely. Young people don't die. You know, young people have an amazing ability to live. They can live through horrible things. But these are young people. And when they said that, 24 are living and the rest are dead. And, you know, I've had parents come up, Israeli parents, largely. We have some Americans, and I guess we have one left, Alex. We have the one left. But I've had Israeli parents come up to me at events and say, my son is there. I said, well, how's he doing? Well, he's dead. But would you do me the biggest favor ever? Could you bring his body back home? They talked about a young dead boy and a young dead girl like they were living. And that could have something to do with religion. That could have something to do with, I guess maybe any parent would be, but I was surprised. And they said, sir, my son is dead. It is just as important to bring that body back home. I asked that question as if he were alive. So you have a lot of them dead, and we'll be able to bring them back. But it's a horrible thing that's happened. These are largely young
Literally,
people.
what is he yapping about? I don't know. We're just finishing this through for the sake of completion.
The second group that came out, they look like they just got out of a concentration camp.
Well, you know, you get it. I grew a tumor during that. Dog, that's good calories. That's going to be useful in the recession. Why do we do that? I don't know. Oh, man. It is important to see. It is important to see.